Hello, everybody. We're going to get on soon. We are setting up now. Thank you, thank you. Thank you kindly. Come on up, Single Black. Come on up, because I want to see how you're going to look. Let me see. Come on up, girl. I sent a request too. I don't know why I didn't come up. Let me see. Let's try. Let's do it again. Let me know if it went through now. Or if it's... No. Okay, try to do it yourself. Let me see. Maybe we were doing it at the same time, and maybe that's why. Let me see. Try to request yourself. Okay, yeah, I think I see you come up. Yep.
Hey.
Good. I think we probably did it at the same time. That's why that happened.
Let me share the live.
Let me see if you can hear me. You hear me? And you hear me well, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. Let me just get a little sharing and then we'll start soon. I'm gonna try to keep it between 6 and 7 because I think that's the most my girls will stay still.
Okay.
Uh,
That's good. Hey, Kitson. Can you share the live?
yeah, share the love. Please do. I'm sharing on my other page.
Okay.
Oh, there's Shelly. Hey, Shelly. Hey, girl.
Hey, Shelly. We doing a little conversation today.
Yeah, we're doing like a podcast. Oh, let me do that now.
So y'all tap the screen too. Tap the screen.
And share that live.
Share the live. Hey, Shelly, you all today, Shelly?
I don't know how to get this going.
All today, Shelly? Hey, Nurse Patty.
Hey, Nurse Betty. Hey, hey, hey. All right, so it is exactly 6 o'clock, and as we promised, we are here together to talk about autism. And my podcast is called I Made Peace with Autism, which is on Spotify. And I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Daphne. I have a daughter that has autism. You can also find me on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, TikTok, of course, and Spotify. I Made Peace with Autism is on my Spotify. I decided to get my first guest, and my first guest is Single Black Librarian. She is also a mother of a child that has autism.
Correct.
We have talked many times in the past about different things, but we also have that in common, so we talk about that as well. And we decided this would be a great opportunity to talk about some of the things that we face as parents of a child that has a disability. And it's actually funny that both of us, it's our youngest child that has a disability. We have older children that don't have disability. So I like to say we have best of both worlds. So we know both sides of the coin. Um, so it's going to be a conversation. I will ask her certain questions, but we're gonna talk like two friends, which we already are. So it's gonna be comfortable. So we appreciate you guys sharing the live, liking the live. We love gifts. We have no problem with that if you want, but you don't have to. And we just thank you guys for whoever is in, and hopefully you enjoy. Okay, so would you like to introduce yourself, Single Black?
I am single black librarian. On here, also on Facebook and Instagram. I'm a mother of two boys. Um, like HR said, my oldest son, what society deemed as normal average.
Hmm.
And my younger son is what society would deem on the spectrum. Um, yeah.
Hmm. Yes, yep, that's true. So, if you want to hear more things that we talk about, Single Black is a librarian, so educated mother,
Yes.
works very hard, loves books. If you go on her page, you'll see all these different books that she's reading to kids. She also helps children in different countries. She's currently going to Ghana soon to help a school out, and she wants
Correct.
to, in the future, help other countries as well. So, hey, this is definitely someone that if you want to be in that type of, you want to assist people, she's definitely a good person to speak to. Me, on the other hand, what I do is try to put out as much information that have children on the spectrum and don't know exactly what to do. I live in New York, she lives in Virginia, but what we do is we reach out to everybody. So whoever needs the help, we love to help. We have no problem helping them. If we can't help you directly, we'll send you the person that can. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So the first question that I will ask you is, hey, house code. Hey, I'm saying hello to our people. Yes. So, when did you first notice that your son may be on the spectrum?
Um, well, again, this is my background. 'Cause before I was a librarian, I was an educator of young people. Preschool, Head Start, in kindergarten. So I have
Hmm.
all my life. By the time I was able to work at daycare center.
Hmm. Can you put
Um,
your volume up a little? 'Cause your volume is a little low.
oh, I'm sorry. I
Hmm.
said where my background is.
Hmm.
Can you hear me better?
Yep, much better. Hmm.
My background comes from the education background before I was a librarian.
Hmm.
I used to work for Head Start, but I have also, ever since I can work, I always worked in the child care field. I never had another job besides in child care field and librarian.
Okay.
So I used to work in, like I said, the school system, Head Start, kindergarten, daycare, even been a nanny. So when my son was first born, I want to say, I think I really found out kind of early because I'm just like, when I brought him home, I just noticed his demeanor. When I say his demeanor, the way he cries, the things he should cry for, he don't. What? And I kept on voicing this to my family members as well as the pediatrician, and they were just like every child is different.
Mm-hmm.
They did that. Every child is different because you only have to compare it to if your other child. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, well, his older brother never did this, or I never experienced this,
Mm-hmm.
and they was like, well, every child is different. And then on top of that, I also was battling with a little bit of postpartum too.
Okay.
So, but I really still believe that I felt it was always like an underlying issue with me for him. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like it was something off
Okay.
from about I want to say about 2 months.
2 months. Okay. Okay. Now, for me, it was a little different. It was not as early. I didn't notice that at 2 months.
Hmm.
She was different, as you said. We agree on that. She was very different from my firstborn, and I noticed the signs earlier, but not as early. I would say about 8, 9 months. I noticed
Hmm.
she did everything much slower than her older sister. And
Hmm.
again, like you said, they told me, every kid is different, which is true.
Hmm.
However, as a mother, sometimes your gut just tells you something something is off, you know. And I didn't have as much experience with children as much as you working with children, but I did work with disabled children for many years.
Hmm.
Disabilities, cerebral palsy. I even worked with a girl that had cat syndrome. I worked with definitely different kids, and I was looking for those milestones with her, and I noticed everything was slower. She just
Hmm.
slower. Whereas my first word, everything was to the point I was telling her, "Can you slow down a little?" Because everything was like this. She was going quick. Um, so you do compare because that's who you have to compare it to. You have an older child to compare it to, and then the knowledge, the fact that both of us work in the field, we can pick up on stuff maybe quicker than someone that never worked in the field.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, so one advice I would give to parents before we move on to the next question is that if you, especially the moms, and I'm not saying dads don't see it too, but especially the moms, if you feel something, look into it. Go
Exactly.
to go to your pediatrician. Even if your pediatrician says, "Nah, get a second opinion," it's okay. You're not disrespecting anybody. You're protecting your child. So
Exactly. Exactly.
advocate for your child.
And
If you have anything, I was gonna say, if you have something else to say before
And
we.
then I just feel like when you take them to the doctor or when they're around a doctor, pediatrician, or just a primary care, that they only are looking at them for 15 minutes.
Hmm.
You see this child every day, all day.
Hmm.
So you pick up on different signs or different, this demeanors that they are doing, the different temperaments they're having. And
Hmm.
you're like, that's odd.
Hmm. Hmm.
So then most doctors just take what you're saying, and then they're also looking at this child who's from their chart is meeting all the milestones or
Hmm.
meeting all the checklists. So they're
Hmm.
like, you know, and then they are taking what you said, and then a lot of times when you are still in that bracket of postpartum, they always blame it on that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
Or if
okay.
you're a first time mother, they're blaming on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She's going through
Yeah.
stuff. So it's like a big. So like I said, but if you know in your gut or your woman intuition that my child
Hmm.
is showing some kinds of um things that's not seeming right, like HR said, get a second opinion. Now we got videotape. You can videotape stuff now.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is definitely. You can record it and you can see it from there. What's not clicking, what's not going. Yeah, definitely true. I don't know if you used to get that, but I used to get like she doesn't look like she has autism, or she has good eye contact.
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, I'm glad she has good eye contact. Don't get me wrong, but something is still off. Like I can tell.
My son don't got
Something.
this eye contact. He look at you like he looking past you.
She does it too.
Yeah.
But when you're talking to her, she's able to do it. So whenever she goes into those, therapy sessions or doctors, they're like, but she has good eye coordination. But she could also do what you said your son does. She
That's
could do
a
that
good
too.
thing because I gotta tell Kaden, look at me, look at me. He just
Yeah, 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 yeah. He looks all over in different places. Not to say she doesn't do it too. She does, but
uh-huh.
she's able to do that way as well. So, all right. So the second question that I wanted to say is, how did you personally feel as a mom? Like, how did it affect you?
Ooh, I just think it was. I think for a moment, because everyone has. I feel like I don't really think that this is a child. Sometimes everyone has this quality. Like I just felt. I mean, my first reaction was probably like selfish
Hmm.
when I said because I just felt like how is this going to affect me?
Hmm.
How is it going to stop from what things that I want to do or plans that I had to pursue? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Want to pursue. So I felt it from a selfish standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then like again, like I shared with you, um, I was in a better financial situation or more secure environment when I had my oldest son than I was when I had him.
Okay.
So it was just a lot.
Hmm.
It was a lot because I had when I had him, it was like it was no option of not working. I had to work.
Hmm.
When I had my oldest son, I didn't have to work. I stayed home like for the first 7 years of his life.
Hmm.
So it was like I had to work. I got to figure this out. I got to figure out how this is going to work. How this is going to look. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Not to when I said look, I don't mean look to other people. I was going to look for me. You know what I'm saying? How
Yeah.
am I going to make it? How this schedule going to work out? How is this going? So it was just a lot. It was a lot for me. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah.
It was a lot for me. And so, sometimes to this day, it's still a lot
Hmm. Hmm.
because and I think that in any child with any form of disability, it 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 takes you out of your normal comfort zone because now you have to play into their comfortability.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it depends on the spectrum of your child when it comes to autistic and how much you have to navigate your life.
Yep.
Because some autistic kids is able to uh, do certain things, other autistics are not.
Hmm.
So it's a lot. It's a lot, and that's all I gotta say about it. It's a lot.
It is.
Yeah, it's a lot.
My situation, once I really hit it and I realized she has it and she was diagnosed, it some days I had to force myself to get out of bed.
Me too.
Yeah. And I'm not even, anybody that knows me for many years will tell you I'm not even someone that really gets depressed or anything like that. I wasn't never someone that I could say I'm depressed. I may have days that I'm not myself. That time I was depressed. Some days I couldn't get out of bed. It was a fight to get out of bed, and I still had a young child that's older, but my oldest was only 5, so I still had to fight, do things with her, but it was a fight. And one day I literally sat down on the edge of my bed and I said, Daphne, you need to get out of this funk because she needs you.
Mhm.
She needs you.
Mhm.
You cannot stay in this funk. You have to. You already a grown woman. You know how to do everything you need to do.
Mhm.
She does not know yet, and she needs you. You got to get out of this funk. But to tell you that I wasn't sad, I wasn't depressed, and like you said, I thought about like How's it going to affect the family? How's it going to affect her sister? How's it going to affect my husband? How's it going to affect everything? You do think about it. And
Yeah, like
yeah.
I don't know. It's just like yeah, and I went through that too. And then sometimes, I mean, even right now, my son is 15, so even right now, it's some days that I just feel like I just don't want to I just don't want to do it today,
Mm-hmm.
and I take a me day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's, I mean, and I'm not really per se blaming it on because I have a child with autism, but it's it's you're giving a lot of yourself to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what people don't realize that you're giving everything and somebody else when you are,
Mm-hmm.
caring, loving, and raising the artistic child. Because, and then like I said, and it depends on the spectrum. That's spectrum. Because some days you think that everything is good, and they just have a breakdown.
Yes. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the plan will change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now you got to go to plan A, B, C, D, to C. You don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We don't know what plan it is now.
Today's a different day. Like we don't know.
So it's like, and then the thing about it is that even when they are back to their normal self, you still it done took the wind out of you.
Yes. Yes.
And that's why I don't think people say like, okay, he's better or she's better. Now I need to try to get better. So it's a lot, and I truly understand women who really who really stay there and love God
Mm-hmm.
because number one you're brave. Number two, you are you are exhibiting the most highest form of love and patience there is.
Mm-hmm. 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 No, I definitely agree with you. It was, um, yeah, it was. I say it every day. She taught me patience because I had my oldest. She did everything quick. A plus student, blah blah blah, no problem, let's go. Everything, boom boom boom. It was now that I see it before because she has her own. She's her own craziness, but it now I realize how much easier it was because everything that I had planned, she could do. She could sing, she could talk, she could this, blah 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 blah. This child said, "Slow down."
Mm-hmm.
This child literally told me, "Slow down. We're gonna have to take it one step at a time because you're not gonna do this with me. It's a whole different ballgame." So I definitely would say if I would give advice for any parent that is dealing with that, we've been there. We
Mm-hmm.
support you. And,
Yes.
and if you need any advice, we are here. If you guys see us on TikTok, ask us questions. We both of us are not shy. She'll tell you, I'll tell you.
Yeah, and just give yourself grace.
Yes.
Give yourself grace. Give yourself a gray area to be not okay.
Yes.
Because it's okay not to be okay, but acknowledge I'm not okay, and if you can't pull yourself to be okay, find someone that can help you be
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, sometimes it's just okay not to be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need a minute. And and I think I have told many people I just need a minute. I just need a day. You know what I'm saying? To just be with myself, get my thoughts in order, lay down, watch without TV, and just get my mind back. And you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. And I think a lot of mothers who really take mothering seriously and
Mm-hmm.
want to be the best mother or best example of a mother don't understand that it's okay to be not okay. It's okay to give yourself room to be in error. You know, no one's judging you. No one is, I don't know. I'm not.
I'm not either.
So,
And I'll tell you straight up, anyone that is, slam that
yeah.
door on their face because we don't got time for that. 'Cause
That's
you got other things to worry about.
the problem is that they so, and I think that's more so geared towards social media or everything's exposed now that people just don't want to look at as an error. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm not an autistic specialist, or autism specialist. Um, I just read books. I look at news clippings. Anybody else I hear anything about us, I just gravitate and you say
Yes.
try to take in. I'm going through the process like anybody else. I never raised a child with autism. This is my first time.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah,
but
not easy. And another thing to anyone that does not have an autistic child, if you see autistic mother says she's overwhelmed, help her out.
mhm,
Give her some grace.
mhm,
Because or artistic dad, because there's great dads out here. I've seen them on TikTok too. There's a lot of them are fighting. They're fighting for their kids. If you see that they say they need a break, they're overwhelmed, let them be.
mhm.
Because they're already dealing with pressure that you cannot imagine. Even though you had children of your own, it's a different ballgame. Because like both of us, we have the other child, so we know it's a different ballgame.
And also,
So
I feel like if you have a child, let your child play with autistic kids and be an example to them by saying that difference is beautiful, difference is okay. Because it's a lot of autistic kids out here.
it's a lot more.
It's a huge amount of autistic kids. So, encourage your children. I mean, I'm not saying force them, but encourage your children to, you know, feel like autistic is cool.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's okay to be with them. It's okay to stand up for them. It's
Yeah.
okay not to let other people bully you.
Yep. Yep.
So that's one thing I really want to put out there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. Because there is still an education that needs to be met. On
Exactly. Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. Because my oldest, one thing I do like about her, because recently we met a little girl that has autism as well, and immediately she knew. Like when I told her, I said she has the same thing as your sister, and she immediately she started protecting her like she protects her sister.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
teach your kids.
And
It's
that's
so
one thing I told you that was great about you and your siblings because even my sons, and I told you my son's therapist even said that they was like um, siblings with a child with autistic. If they have siblings close to their age group, they tend to and house program in there, they tend
yeah,
to do better in life.
makes sense.
Um, and my son and my oldest son is so far apart that, they both really have act like they the only child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're
Because
saying.
my oldest son has been out of the house for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
So it's like KK has nobody. My son has nobody but him. So it's like
Hmm.
he really don't have nobody to mirror. Your youngest son can mirror your daughter.
Yeah.
Your oldest daughter can be her best friend.
Yes. And
Be
they
her
are. They are best. Yeah.
My son don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So I try to
Hmm.
get him to have that, but when we go anywhere, a lot of times he autistic. Regular kids be looking at him like, and then he's so tall.
Yes, he is tall. Yeah, he is. I saw it.
So
Yeah.
I think that he's older than what he is until you
Yeah.
start seeing him play.
Hmm.
But like I said,
Hmm.
it's good.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's very good for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Does he have any best friends in school?
Yeah, he has best friends in school. He actually had a friend that he was doing
Hmm.
play dates with him.
Okay. Oh,
Um,
he moved. Oh,
and he actually moved to Spokane, Washington.
all the way over there.
Gosh, child. They have
Oh,
went out like 4 times. They have went out for four times on 4 little play dates.
oh, oh.
Yeah. So now I got to put him with somebody else. But
Yeah, hopefully he'll find another good friend.
yeah.
Because sometimes a close friend or a neighbor could, it doesn't replace it, but it can help. So,
Yeah.
all right. So we'll go to the next question. What are some of the resources that you use to help your son that you can share with?
I use I put my well most of the resources I use is either given to me by him or his doctor. It's like I do occupational therapy, I do his own personal therapist.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was doing the Big Brother program. But he's not in the library, so they meet him at the library and take him to one of the study rooms, and they just hang out with him. They actually took him fishing. They gave him a fishing rod that's in the corner right there. Love that. So, and I also just try to introduce him, um, to different things.
Okay.
I think a lot of times the parents be more scared than the child.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because kids are really, what I want to call, get over it quick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we might hold stuff in like, oh, that person did something last time he was here. Your child forgot about it.
True. True.
But I try to let him find his way sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
he is getting older. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I try to do put him in more of a life skill training stuff as far as janitorial work or shadowing other people who do stuff like grass cutting and stuff like that. Because like I said, he's getting older,
Mm-hmm.
and I really want him to pick up some kind of trade or something that he might can it can make him settle his his stuff down and focus on being able to do and make him at least a some form of income.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I do. I basically and I just basically we have a meet and greet with autistic kids at the library once a month. So we go there where parents come and do the same thing like we are doing here. We
Yeah.
just the parents come and talk, and the kids either they either play video games or play games and have little snacks while the parents just relax and chill
Mm-hmm.
and talk about the latest, findings in the autistic world
Mm-hmm.
and things that they do and just talk and relax.
Mm-hmm.
And just to have somebody who understands and relates. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the most important thing, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like when the parents come and they find that safe space, they leave lighter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They might have came in there heavy,
Mm-hmm.
but after they sit there for an hour and 40 minutes or an hour and 30 minutes, they leave lighter. They leave happier,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that's all we can really ask for at the end of the day is just a clear mind, a lighter load, and happy children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because there's nothing wrong with all your kids. If all your friends being autistic and you can't fit in, it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that as a parent, we really have to learn how to be okay with them being okay. Because I think a lot of the stuff is really on the parent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Mm-hmm.
my worries, a lot of my frustrations, a lot of my heartaches and crying is really on me. Because
Mm-hmm.
he's looking like, what you crying for? What you upset for?
They usually do. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
I like the group though. I actually do. I met a lot of cool parents, a lot of parents in high places. Um, it's a networking thing. So I like it.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Well, some of the things that I did, she did early intervention.
Mm-hmm.
Your son. The difference between, I would say, that's every autistic child is not the same. Her son doesn't have a speech problem. My daughter does. She doesn't have a physical problem. He doesn't have either. No. But she gets OT and speech, OT speech, um, and we do that. And we also, I'm a little unconventional, guys. So please, nobody get it all in the in a bunch. But she didn't like noise at one time. Couldn't stand the noise. Blah blah blah. I brought her everywhere that makes noise.
Mhm.
No matter where it was. Like I said, I'm from New York, so I brought her to where I'm from, Brooklyn, everywhere that makes noise. And I'm like, my baby girl, you're gonna have to deal with it because the world is not gonna cater to you.
Mhm.
Everywhere there's noise, we were there. We were there. And now, thankfully, it don't really bother her. In fact, she likes it. She likes it now. Because now she's looking around and she's like, where's this coming from? And this and that and blah, blah, blah. So I say this to say, you know your child,
Mhm.
you know what you can give your child, what you can offer your child.
Mhm.
And for me, at times, I put her in situations that I want her to push herself to her limit,
Mhm.
and she can see, oh, this is not as bad as I thought it was.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be okay. And she has succeeded in most of those things. There's still one or two that we're still working on, but
Mhm.
she has succeeded in that. Now, no doctor told me to do that. In fact, they told me to do the opposite. Don't go with her in places that has a lot of noise. Don't do that. Don't bring her to Chuck E. Cheese. We have gone to all, and she did just fine.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of. I feel like even the schools do it because my son had a problem with that. They was like, "Oh, this we're gonna give him some headphones."
Yeah. Oh, no.
He can't walk around in headphones at the rest of his life, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. And they're like, oh, but she doesn't like noise, so she can put the head. I was like, she don't like the headphones either.
Okay?
Every time my daughter they try to put it, she takes it right off and she gives it right back to them. Like, here, I don't want it. That's not what she. That's not her. She's different. You see the iPad. You see how all the kids are. Not, she's not like that. Every kid is different.
Mhm.
And I told them that too. I don't want her to be stuck in the iPad. I want her to be able to socialize with people.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
go to restaurants, we go to all places, and she's able to socialize. She looks at the waiter, she looks at other people, she may say
Mhm.
hi. She's able to socialize. That's what I do. Now, if you want to do it the other way with the headphones, the iPad, more power to you. But for me
Mhm.
personally, I said, you know what? We're not going to limit you. You're gonna show us what your limit is. I'm not gonna put into my house. She has autism, so put the headphones and put nope, nope. We're not doing it that way. We're gonna do it as we tried it many times. It didn't work. Okay, let's
Mhm.
let's move on to something else. And so it worked. It's been working for me. So if any parent wants to try different things with their child, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead, try it. You never know. They may like sports. They may like she loves to dance.
Mhm.
Some kids like to dance. There's a dad actually. I don't know if he's on TikTok or Instagram. He dances with his autistic son all the time.
Mhm.
Some people probably put into their head, "Oh, autism? No, he's not gonna dance." Yes, he's dancing.
Mhm.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Um, thank you, Keith. Yes, exactly. Let them tell me. Let you tell me what I can do, and then we
Exactly.
work it up. That's how we do it. So that's my way. But so what have things that you did personally, like without the resources? What did you do with him? Like, what are certain things you do with him?
As far as can you like elaborate?
Anything, anything that you
Um, we read books a lot together.
okay.
Yeah, I read with him. I also I just really let my son govern himself. You know what I'm saying? When
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's going a little bit too I call I bring it back in. But
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, I want him to be able to explore things.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to be able to feel like okay, I don't want that I'm babying anything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want him to be that. able to get on the bus and go on the city bus and go to the other side of the town or city. I
Mhm.
want him to, I don't want him to feel
Mhm.
a self awareness. You know what I'm saying? Like he already know his way back home. Every
Mhm.
time he sees my brother, he was like, my brother was like, he always tell me which way to go. Like because he already knows.
Mhm.
But I want him not to be afraid. I don't want my fears to become his fears.
Mhm.
So I really am really right now is focused on really making him more independent and
Okay.
aware of his surroundings.
Mhm.
Able to if anything happens, able to either call myself, hit his uncle or 911.
Okay.
That's what we are working on now.
Mhm. Okay. For me, it's reading and writing. Of course, he's much younger than your son, so it's reading and writing, and we trying to get that going because I suspect she knows how to read
Mhm.
because she always takes the book and she's looking at it and she'll go like this, but she hasn't
Mhm.
said anything yet. So we're working on that because she
That's how
sees.
my son was. It's like he couldn't read, and then all of a sudden, when he got like 11, he just started reading.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay, he must have been knew how to do this the whole time
Yeah, he probably did.
because my son talks when he want to talk, and he don't want to
Hmm.
talk.
Hmm.
Like he would sit there and be mute to you if he don't want to talk to you. He want to talk to you,
Yes.
but then he'll come and he'll have a whole conversation with me.
Hmm. I've heard him talking to you. Yeah. I've heard.
So he does a lot of what I call repetitious talking.
Okay. Okay.
Um, like the movie. Oh, I don't know if y'all remember Rain Man, the movie.
Yes. Yes. Hmm.
Like yeah, especially
Hmm.
especially when his favorite shows.
Oh.
Yes, he would tell me,
Okay. Okay.
or he'll tell me when I go home, I'm going home to watch Shrek. I'm going home to watch Shrek. I'm going home to watch Shrek. Okay.
Okay.
What I'm going to do? Watch Shrek. He told me 100 times. So yeah, yeah. So he does that. So and then I could tell when something's bothering him because when something's bothering him,
Hmm.
um, he does the same thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like he does the same thing.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Okay. My my daughter what you said that they talk to who they want to, that's definitely true. She talks to who she wants to. But she's very observant. It's like she knows who's a good person and who's not. She can tell it a mile away. And if you're not, she is gonna ignore. You're not gonna get nothing out of her. But if she suspects you like you're a genuine person, she'll start opening up. So these kids are very intelligent. Don't get it
Yeah.
twisted.
Yeah.
They know everything that's going on. She definitely knows. She's very observant. She definitely knows what's going on. So yes. So the next question that I would say is, what would you recommend parents to do when they first find out?
Um, educate yourself on it. Educate yourself on it. Educate yourself on it. Talk to the Um, talk to people who are in the medical field who have been working with autistic kids for a while. That's a good thing because your pediatrician might know she's autistic doesn't mean that she knows is good with kids with autism
Mm-hmm.
ability,
Mm-hmm.
disability.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so and I will also say, you know, you don't have to be honest about but I don't think that it's good to deny it either because you have a lot of people that deny it.
Very
'Cause I
true.
think early,
Very true.
early diagnosis is always great
Mm-hmm.
because you have time.
Mm-hmm.
You got time to understand the come to grips with it, and like I said, work on it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's what I think. I think I just put stuff on it. Relax, breathe,
Mhm.
and it's not a doctor.
Mhm.
And that's just it.
Mhm.
I mean, it's gonna take a while because I just didn't wake up and my son had autism. And I was like, oh yeah, this is a good thing.
Mhm.
I want
Mhm.
to have more, 100 babies like this. No.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
But I feel like, just like you said, you have to realize that my child needs it.
Mhm.
You know, my child. So yeah, that's it.
Mhm. Mhm. What I would definitely recommend is, you know, as as soon as you suspect something, whether you are correct or not, go to that doctor and check it out. It's okay. It's better that you check it out and there's nothing wrong than you didn't and you just stay in denial. It's okay. It's okay to go check it out. There's nothing wrong to make sure that your child is okay.
Yes.
Any services they provide, take them.
Hmm.
Um, early intervention is great for that Head Start. They say they need OT or they need PT. Take it. It's okay because a lot of things if they catch it early, it's gonna help them. So why not? So take it. Don't don't condemn yourself.
Exactly.
Don't condemn yourself. Don't like, oh, it was my fault. It was no, it's
Mm-hmm.
not. Because many people still don't even know why there are so many, different autistic rates
Hmm.
going up. Sometimes they'll like to say it's in your family. I can say personally, it's not on either side of my family.
Hmm.
Um, so sometimes it just don't know. And sometimes the kid is the OG. They're the first one that's gonna have it. It's just that's just what it is.
That's
Um,
just yes.
but get the services and know your gut. And whatever you see your child needs, do it for them. Help them out and see how you can help them. But don't think too that they're not gonna have it anymore because they're getting those services or there's a cure or something like that. Don't put that into your head because you're just gonna lead yourself to disappointment. So just try to do the best that you can do. And it's okay, like Single Black said before, it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
There's gonna be days like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
So definitely that. So I do have another question now.
sure.
It's a deep question.
Oh Jesus.
Have you made peace with it?
I mean,
Take your time.
I have. I think I have. But I feel like making peace doesn't make that doesn't make making peace with it doesn't mean that you don't wish that it didn't happen.
Hmm.
Um, wish it could have been different.
Hmm.
Um, but I think I did have make peace with it. I think I'm just a firm believer that God doesn't make any mistakes.
Hmm.
He does all things well,
Hmm.
and sometimes His reason is not.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I have made peace with it. I know that His will will be done with
Hmm.
my son, so I'm
Hmm.
all right with it.
Hmm.
but I still have moments that I still have moments that that I think about how is his life going to be when I'm not here no more. Who's going to protect my baby? So I still have that, and I think that's just human nature.
Yeah.
That's human nature.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I can honestly say that I did make peace with it. And that's why the name of my podcast is I Made Peace with Autism. It took a while, um, a lot of work. I used to see kids her age that are already doing certain things, and I'm like, why is it my baby like that? Like, why should
Mhm.
I be like that? But now I just smile. I'm happy for those kids too. It's an overall joy, and I'm happy with her, and I'm glad she's here, and
Mhm.
I'm happy to have her. Now, it does not mean that I'm not worried. Yes, I'm still worried, especially like you said, if I'm not going to be here anymore, if her father's not here anymore. I'm even worried for my oldest because I don't want her to feel like she has to take care of her sister.
Mhm.
Because she deserves to have her own life. She's
Yeah.
not, that's not, yes, that's her little sister. And yes, of course, I would love her to look out for her. But do I worry? Yeah, I do. I do. But as house programmer just said, God will provide. And I know He will because He has. He has. She's doing strides every day, and she's an amazing little girl, you know. And I know you have an amazing young man. So,
Yeah.
you know, but if I'm gonna say as a parent that I don't worry, but I think every parent worries whether
Yeah.
the child doesn't have anything or not, because I worry about my oldest too,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I
we
worry about
worry
my
anyway. Yeah. So I think that's just the normal part of parenting. But yes, you do worry more when the child has a disability that you think may hinder their independence or they have to depend on other people. So
Mhm.
yes, it is a worry that you do have.
Mhm.
So now this question, I want it to be like a good positive thing. Why are you happy to have that special young man?
Because he taught me peace. He taught me love in a different way.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because I know that every parent loves each of their children differently, but he taught me a different that if I didn't have him, I would have never experienced it.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't even think I even had this type of love.
Hmm.
Um, he's funny.
Hmm.
He's a um. I think Cat Williams said it one time. He loved autistic kids who have superpowers, and I think they do. I think they have so many superpowers.
Hmm.
His way of not seeing you but not seeing you.
Hmm.
His way of totally don't give a damn what people think. I wish I had that power. So it's a lot of things about that I really greatly appreciate. You know,
Hmm.
um, there's just a light about him. It's a light about him. His curious ways, his devilish ways. He just funny. He's just funny. And he's just funny. I love him.
Hmm.
I just love him.
Yes.
I can't see myself in my life without him for real. Even on the worst days,
Hmm.
I love him.
Hmm. What I would say about my little one, she made our family complete.
Mhm.
She is sassy. When I tell you that little girl got attitude, She is very sassy. She is her mother's child on that much. She is uh, cute. She is pretty. She gives the best side eye. She's side eyeing her sister all the time. She does. But she's definitely, joy. And when she is herself, it's a beautiful thing. She definitely has a great personality. And by nature, though, I think she was going to be a quiet person. Um, she's not as extrovert as her sister. But so it's a good blend with the both of them because my oldest is and she's like, calm down, calm down a little. So, but she made our family complete, and I do regret being her mama, and I'm glad she's my baby.
Oh.
I'm glad she's my daughter. So I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, we thank you guys. If anybody wants to come up, we'll let you come up. Just if you have a last minute things that you want to say. How I fix something. You good at those stuff. You know how to change it.
There he go right there.
Huh?
You see him just run past him.
He just ran. You know, these
Yeah,
kids
it
be
is. Cut
cracking me
it.
up. These kids be cracking me up. So if any of our people want to come up and just if you want to say something, let us know. So I send a little invite to everybody. But we thank you guys for being here. I thank you
Thank
for
you.
sharing your experience because we have a lot of things in common. We said a lot of things that
Yeah.
we
Look, you
both feel.
different people that have kids with autistic because I would definitely be in the cut listening. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing to acknowledge it and um to understand it, to educate yourself with it, and just come to grips with it.
Yes. 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 Hey, house coach.
Hey,
Hi,
how?
everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes. You
Yes.
could definitely hear
Okay,
it.
great, great. My telephone is acting foolish today, but this podcast was probably about the most beautiful thing that I have heard in a long time. And
Oh,
thank you both for talking about your children. And it was just wonderful just to sit back and to listen to the two of you. So thank you all. Thank you both for sharing. I really appreciate that.
thank you, house coach.
Recording. I hope she makes some clips and post them.
I am.
Oh, yes, I
I'm gonna
hope.
work on that. Yes.
And
Yes.
make a commercial for other people so they could I mean, it's so many different people that I watch on here with kids with autism. So yeah,
Right.
um, yeah, because it's even a little boy that it's a little. No, I think he'll grow. I don't know if he grown, but he be mocking Friday all the time. I think his name Day Day on here.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
It's
I haven't.
so
No.
it's so funny. He autistic. He is so funny.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
But yeah, so,
We
I just
wanna put it out there. That it's okay. We're doing it every day.
right.
We're doing it every day, and that's my goal because I remember I actually the other day, what was it, probably 2 weeks ago, I went to OT with my youngest, and there was a mother and father there, and they're holding the little girl. She's about 2, and I'm looking at the dad's face, and I said that was my face when she was 2.
Mm,
And I left, but then something said, "Go comfort them." I came back and I told him she's gonna be okay. You know that, right?
uh,
And the dad was like, "Whew," like he breathed when I said that, and I'm like, "She's gonna be okay. And
yeah.
she's gonna be just fine." I was like, "That I have my 5-year-old right here, and you see her," and he's like, "Yeah, she looks fine." I was like, "Yeah, she's gonna be okay." But he had the same face I had 3 years prior, and I was like, "Yeah, us parents, we gotta stick together, help each other out." And
Yeah.
the mom was like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." I was like, "Yeah, she's gonna be okay."
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's okay. But it's not easy. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. But it's one day at a time.
Definitely.
One day at a time. Yeah.
Mm,
Well, thank you,
definitely.
House Code. Well,
Yes, and I really loved what you all said about, letting people know to let your kids play with other children that may have a disability, because that helps them with acceptance as well, and just knowing that we all are different. We all have different qualities, but they can be friends with someone with autism or blindness or anything else.
Exactly.
Hmm. So yeah, this is a great message to get out.
Thank you so much. And yeah, because I just feel like a lot of the stuff the stuff about they different, why he look like that is it comes from home.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
but you have to, instill in your children that difference is beautiful. It's
Yes.
perfect, and
Yes.
even show your own flaws as a person to your child.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
but you still love me, and I still love you.
That's right. That's right.
People in the world that's going to be in the same thing, and it's okay to still love them and be like that. So yeah, that's one thing we really need to really push today because
We do.
um, number one, as household know too, and you do too, because you've been in the field, like the teen and young children suicide rate is getting higher,
Oh my goodness, yes. Yes.
and a lot of it come from they feel like they're not accepted by us.
Exactly. Exactly.
They can't handle that because they're not fully developed. They're not mature enough to understand it, and they
Hmm.
feel like the only way out is not to be it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's sad when I be looking at when I see the numbers. It's horrible to me. It's so I really want to push that. It's okay. It's okay to love differences.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Very,
Exactly.
very true.
I think I really encourage you to keep on to push this.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Yes.
I say, it's so many people. I know so many people. My
If you got anybody else that want to do interviews, let me know.
yeah, I know.
Me
One of
too.
the girls that I used to do the talk show with Edges. Her son is autistic too. She got a son as well. Her girl
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have autistic, but it's autism, but her boy it is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so and he's very productive. He has
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's only I think he's 16. He has a little summer job and everything.
That's
Okay.
great. That's
So
great.
but yes,
But I think one of the things in librarian and HR, both of you know this, I know that one of the things that helps to break down some of the barriers is exposure. And as people are, more people are exposed because you both know that I work with people with vision loss, right?
Yes.
So visually impaired and blindness. And I have people many times who don't want to use a cane because they feel that, that's going to either make them a target or they don't want people to know about their vision loss. And what I tell them is that people stare because they rarely see anyone with the white cane. But if they were seeing this and exposed to it, then it would get to the point it wouldn't be as much of a novelty. So I think that the same
yes,
thing with autism. Let's expose people. Let's flood the
yes,
system with it.
yes,
Let
yes.
them know all about it. See how it is and everything. So we're not only educating, but well, we are educating, but not only like say for instance someone who may have a young child that they think is autistic, but also just the general public, as in, okay, so if you encounter someone with autism, what's the best way to greet them? What's the best way to do this or that? Or whatever. If they have questions, having those questions answered. I think that's the best thing that we can do. It's
Exactly. I think.
right, just flood with information. So I think this is a great podcast.
Yeah. Yes.
Hmm.
I really do, and that's one reason why I even the little video I made with him because he always asks to make TikToks for me.
Hmm.
But so I made a little video with him because I don't want him to think that I don't want to show him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I saw that. It was beautiful. I
So,
loved it.
I
Hmm.
do want to show you, I love you.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh,
And every kid is different because my daughter could care less. But she's looking at me like, why do I need to be in this video?
I got other things to do, mother.
Yes, exactly.
I
Like,
gotta be over here dancing.
yes, because you'll see in some of our other videos, she's just standing there like, why are you guys putting me in this again?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to leave you out. It's like,
Right, right.
like, I don't want to be here.
But that's something else. We all have different personalities, so
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But yeah, I think he definitely should do it. I think he should definitely do it. And even like I told her, even if she make a page about this, she can still post her findings. You don't have to do videos or shows every day. You can do findings, what you read, like
Right.
so she can do books or autism.
All of it, yeah.
Actually, I'm looking to be certified, and there's something called sensory kits.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so I'm trying to. There's a class June 27th. Oh, house coat! I passed the test, so I got the.
Yay! Woo! I knew that. Yes. Woo!
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes, yes. So I'm trying to do that next because you can. It's called certified sensory kit instructor, something like that. But it's for children with autism. So that's my next goal. So I'm gonna try to get as much information about that, and maybe I'll do another live on that or whatever. But that's my point. Put it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it out there. Whatever I find, because there's a lot of resources out there. Facebook has a lot, Instagram has a lot, TikTok has a lot.
I mean, it's so much stuff. It's so many programs for autistic kids now. It's so many programs for them. So I think they even got a summer camp down here that's geared towards it.
Right.
That's what I was thinking about. Is there a summer camp? Because I didn't.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Parents are so overwhelmed, I'm sure. They're just so overwhelmed they probably just don't know where to find the resources or what's okay, what's good. Because, they want to know someone who experienced it to make sure, it's okay for their kid. And, it's just so overwhelming being a parent, period.
Yes.
But, when you have a child with, another ability, then it's like you're trying to make sure you're doing everything just right, and it would be great to have, I'm sure, to have resources where you can go and say, hey, if I need a summer camp, here are some options in my area. If I need play groups or other experiences, here are some options in my area. Like librarian, I like how you said that you had got like Big Brother involved and things like that, just so they can have exposure. And HR, I've always told you about, you and your girls having exposure. That is so important for kids to be exposed to different things and different situations. And I like how both of you said that you didn't have like headphones on your kids. You were just like, hey, this is the world you got to live in, and so we're just going to adjust to it,
And I feel like a lot of I'm trying to say a lot of the YT people, they always trying to tell you what to do to make them comfortable. Okay, but when you go out in the world, they not making comfortability.
Exactly. Exactly. And you're the mama, and you know what's best.
Yeah, and there's a lot of, and then that to me, this is to me, and I feel like, and I think it kind of did this for KK. It's like the more you try to make them comfortable, they're gonna try to use that as a way to have these meltdowns when they can't get their way.
Exactly.
My best.
No, because yes, you do understand and you do things different. Everybody's feelings different. But at the same time, it ain't. This is not a difference that's gonna make you act like a fool. Okay,
There you go. There you go.
let's get that
There you
straight.
go.
Let's get that straight right now.
There you
You know,
go.
it ain't gonna never be okay for to be bucking up at your mama
Nope.
and acting like you weren't ready to do something.
Mm-mm. I always tell her, I don't care what ism you got.
Yeah, that's what I.
It ain't here. It ain't working here.
And I think that for real, I think that especially KK school, this Chesterfield school, they really be like, hey, oh no, we just be ordering stuff because he seemed not to like that. He seemed not to want to be involved in that. He seemed like he can't is like the cafeteria. He don't like the cafeteria line. Lady, please stop it.
hmm
Stop it. I said because
They smart. They very smart. They know.
yeah, I
They,
said, "Mommy."
they still like typical other kids.
Exactly. Every
Yeah.
time he call me on this phone, I tell him if he don't get his ass in that cafeteria, what happened? He go in the cafe. I said, all right then.
We know. You know.
That's probably why he like going to school because he probably know he can manipulate those people all day. And if he stay home with me, that's not gonna happen.
That's right. They very smart. They very
He love
smart.
going to
Very
school.
observant. Very smart. Very observant. I tell you,
Playing with me.
my youngest, and I always say that my youngest actually listens better than my oldest. So sometimes my oldest be testing my gangster every day. But the baby, once I tell her, hey, that's enough, and then she's like, well, there that crazy woman going off again.
Exactly.
She knows, so they know.
What I do now? Let me just go ahead. What I do now, mama?
I know, right?
She goes sit down. In fact, sometimes she's telling her older sister, sit.
Exactly. Exactly. You ain't getting us in trouble today.
Exactly.
I ain't getting in trouble with that lady. No, she feeds me. You don't.
Exactly.
But yeah, definitely it is. And then I also feel that it is important for mothers, fathers in different communities to express what's going on as well too. Because I think in our community, especially my community, we don't, most of the time they don't talk about these things. And it's almost like a taboo, you kind of, I don't want to say ashamed, but sometimes that's.
They be like, he got 2 feet, he got 2 legs, he got 2 arms, he got eyes. He all right.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's all right. That's right.
Oh my goodness.
That's right.
But there's one thing you said, Single Black, that I do love about my daughter. She can care less of what people think. That's
My son, I'm trying to tell you.
like that's not my problem.
And she's right. It's not.
She is. She's right. She's right.
Like, real, like,
That is not her problem. That's definitely not her problem. But yeah. It is. But I think we could learn a lot from them as well. They show you what's important. So. That's important. So. But I thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I know you didn't take your nap yet, Single Black.
Uh-oh.
Girl, I'm going to bed early tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
I know you didn't. I know you didn't take your nap yet, so you're gonna go to sleep. How's so we didn't get to at least ask you how was your day? How was work?
Oh, you know how it goes. Work is work.
Work is work.
Hey,
Right?
look, just trying to keep the lights on. That's all.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I get that. I told Single Black my work was so crazy today. I need to do a live just on that.
I
we'll
hear
pop
you.
into it.
I hear you.
I told her to do it live and not to. I'm gonna miss if you do it today. But anyway, I'm about to go. House code is June now, baby.
I know, right? Tomorrow's going to make a month.
Yes, you've been good.
Yep.
He asked you if he's being good.
And he know daggone what he want because I heard him jumping on the bed. All right, ladies.
All right. Well,
All
bye.
right.
Bye,
I'm going
everybody.
to HR. I'll
Yes.
see you later.
All right. Appreciate
Good
it.
podcast again.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.